Anyway, so I'm going to try some stainless. Now usually I would use, this cut here, this edge here, was cut with a plasma cutter. Let's see how the jewelry saw works on it. So the nice thing about stainless is it doesn't oxidize, although we can kind of heat it to color it and do different things like that. Or I should say it oxidizes very little. I think this is 18 gauge stainless. So anyway, give it a shot. Alright, so I started cutting on it, but then I remembered I want to drill a hole. I'm going to cut out the inside. And I got a little bit more to clamp on right now. So I'm going to drill a hole. Hopefully my paper won't lift up. Oh, hand drill. Power switch, make sure that you don't drill into your hand. Very careful. I've got it clamped. It's a small bit, but if that spins and I'm trying to hold on to it, I'm going to cut up my fingers, and I do enough of that. Trigger, harder you pull, the faster it goes. The trigger right there. Got a forward and reverse. Make sure you're in forward or you won't be drilling anything. It's got a little button here that holds the trigger in. If the trigger stays in when you let go, just click the trigger again. That'll release it. Has a chuck, and always unplug it when you go to change things, and a chuck key that tightens the jaws against the bit. Got a whole nother video on how to use a drill, but anyway. All right, make sure we're in forward. Sometimes I use a little bit of lubricant. Some of that wax will work. But I don't want to go too fast. This is the stainless again, so pretty hard stuff. I don't want to push too hard with a drill bit, small drill bit. But you can use a little center punch to make a little divot. Be careful not to hit it so hard that you dent your metal. So, got a hole pretty. All right, so there it is, as it is. So stainless, well, it's quite a bit harder to cut, and I got a lot of filing to do. It's harder to kind of manipulate the blade. But we got through it. All right. Hello again. So this is a piece of bike spoke, if you happen to have any. And I have this other rod kind of here, and I can take the bike spoke and kind of jam it in the clamp here in a way that it catches. And then I can twist. Sometimes I can clamp it in there. And it takes a little bit of force. You might want to use pliers. It helps to have leverage, so the longer the bike spoke you have, better you'll get. Twist it around. I believe this bike spoke is stainless.
Alright, so what we're doing here, what I'm trying to do with wrapping this around, I'm making, basically going to wrap this around tightly as I can. The stainless is a little tricky, and I'll probably grab a pliers in a moment to do it. And then I'm going to end up, once I get it all wrapped around, I'll cut it, cut them free so that I have a bunch of little rings, and then I'm going to hook those together.
Alright, so we can take those, now that we've cut them free, something small, see them, my fingers are too big. We have rings like this, and we can take each ring, and I could go and file all these if I wanted to take the time to do that. Kind of link them together. And hold them with one pliers, and with the other one, and then bend those.
Alright, so each one you're bending and shaping and crimping back together again. And just do one after the other and you get a chain. Alright, so I was able to put that chain together and then attach that to the other stainless piece that I had cut out before. So that can be a really simple way without too many tools to kind of make a little piece of jewelry. Alright?